Earlier this month, we marked the 30th anniversary of the Zeebrugge ferry disaster, which killed 193 people. We spoke to survivor Gillian Lashbrooke, who was on the board the Herald of Free Enterprise when it capsized in 1987. Now, she helped save the lives of 2 fellow passengers. Well, watching that interview was a young girl who Gillian helped to rescue, and this morning they're going to meet for the first time since that terrible day. Here's Laura Macon-Isherwood with a reminder of what happened.
One of the worst maritime disasters in British history. Shortly after leaving a Belgian port, the passenger ferry began taking in water. The crew failed to close the bow doors, and the car deck quickly flooded. 16-year-old Gillian Lashbrooke was separated from her family when the ferry started to sink. She found herself in the water with another woman and a young child.
When I swam back into the boat, there was a lady there with a child, and she told me it wasn't her child. She just grabbed hold of this little girl and ran.
Gillian swam for help, attracting the attention of a fishing boat, saving herself and alerting rescuers to the woman and child she left behind. On that tragic day, Gillian lost 3 members of her family, but never knew if the woman and child she helped save were still alive.
All I can hope for that she survived just as I did, because they knew where she was with the child. Never to this day do I know what happened to them.
Well, Gillian is back with us now. So, Gillian, you didn't know whether they had survived. You had no idea. Thought about them often, I should imagine.
Most certainly. Always wondered if they'd survived or not. Well,
the extraordinary thing was that Lisa, who was the little girl, a member of her family, had seen the interview and then showed the interview to Lisa. And Lisa was watching and thinking, maybe this could be me.
This might be me, yeah.
Have you ever thought about trying to contact her or finding out whether they were going to be still alive?
I didn't know how to. I couldn't remember their names. I knew they remembered my name because they were shouting my name when I swam away from the ship. So with a great Good Morning Britain finding out for me, it's been a really nice thing.
How are you feeling about meeting her after all these years?
Quite nervous, but very excited too.
So you had often wondered, hadn't you, what became of her?
Yes, always have done, always wondered.
Well,
we can't hang on, can we, any longer? We can't make you wait any longer.
No, how about we bring her in, and so the two of you can finally meet after 30 years. It was a long time ago, but let's bring Lisa in. Here she is.
Goodness.
In you come, Lisa. Come and say hello.
My goodness, we need the tissues, don't we, for this one?
Here you go.
Tissues.
Oh,
come on. There you go.
Lovely to see you. My God. You've got me bigger.
In all ways, in all ways.
So lovely to see you. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Please.
Oh, come and sit down, guys. We'll give you plenty of time to catch up as well.
Lisa's lovely to see you this morning.
Hello, you're looking lovely. It's a big moment for you, I know. Look, Lisa, what you recognised, didn't you? You recognised it instantly when you saw the interview on GMB.
It wasn't a case of I recognised her. I mean, to be fair, I was 4 years old.
Yes.
I remember certain little bits, and somebody had said they'd seen you do an interview here, and she was in a similar situation to you, and I kind of didn't really go, oh, well, let me go and have a look. Someone else said about a photo. I saw your website. There was a clip of you, and I went, oh, I'll listen to it, see how similar it is. Everything she was saying, it was, that's me. That was me. She's describing everything perfectly. The only difference was you had said, or one of the presenters had said, it was a 2-year-old girl, and I was like, I know I was looking young for my age, but she can have only seen, like,
quite
a little bit of you.
So what can you judge in the dark and from the head? But everything you said,
oh my God.
It pieced together so well for me.
I mean, and had you often thought about her over the years? That woman, mystery woman.
It's going to kind of sound cold, but I've got to be honest. I knew there was a girl in the water with me. I've known all along.
Yeah.
Not knowing your name, what you look like, it was, for me, the whole thing has always been a story that I've told. Oh, this happened. Yeah, well, I was part of that. When I heard your interview, reality smacked me in the face so hard, and it was, this is real. You were there. This person has proved that your puzzle, as it was, is a complete thing, and you came out of it.
Yeah.
And what you've been saying isn't a story, it's a reality.
And in many ways it's a miracle as well, because the reality is, when we were looking and hearing the story back, Gillian and yourself were in a perilous situation that could have been tragic.
Yes.
I think it's quite interesting that as soon as you saw a picture of a little girl, you recognised her.
Really?
Yeah.
Because undoubtedly your eyes and your face would be seared into your memory, Gillian, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it was. It was dark, but there were the helicopter lights going over, so we could see each other, and we were talking to try and keep each other going through our experience.
What are your bits of memories of that night, Lisa? I know it's a long story for you, and some of the memories are fragmented, but...
I remember the ship jolting twice. I was a very curious young girl, and the parents have gone, oh, let's explore something.
They'd gone off to duty-free or something, hadn't they?
They'd gone to duty-free. I thought the best thing that I could explore was the toilets, of all things. So, yeah, off to the toilets we went. I did my inspecting. And then there was a bit of a shudder, and the lady that was with me, Caroline, who was my mother's best friend, she said, don't worry, it's just a little bit of bad water. Just as she finished the word water, there was a massive jolt. We were thrown against fire doors, and as they swung open, which was practically vertical,
you were looking down into water.
It was just water underneath, so black.
Yeah.
And it was, from what I remember, it was like 3 sides of ship. There was a tiny little gap where we could just about see a bit of sky, but surrounded, and she ended up saying, look, I'll jump down as soon as I'm in the water. I want you to jump after me and I'll catch you. And because I was so scared at what on earth is going on, as she jumped, I kind of flung my arms round her. So she plunged in, not expecting a kid half throttling her. But then we were both in, and it was so cold. I was in and out of consciousness.
Freezing,
We had no... Everyone assumes we had life jackets.
We didn't.
No.
We didn't have a chance to do that.
No. It was over so quickly. And that water was so darn cold, and we were in such a dark place as well.
Yeah, it was dark when all the waves were going over us.
Exactly.
But so, you had the presence of mind, didn't you? Because you could see that this little girl needed help, because the woman with her was struggling to keep afloat herself as well. To hook your skirt over a side of the ship,
right,
over a little sort of notch on the side, which gave you 2 free hands to hold Lisa up.
We kept swapping between us to help prop you up, because obviously with the waves going above us and everything else, it was we had to use a lot of energy to keep afloat.
It's absolutely wonderful watching the two of you, because you can see just what this means. I mean, we're nearly out of time, Lisa. I know that you're going to carry on talking, but is there anything you'd like to say to Gillian?
Like I said, you are the missing piece to my puzzle.
Absolutely.
You really are.
And you to me.
And it's been such a lovely reality check for me, and to have somebody here that was in the situation, not just we were together on the boat. We were there together.
Yeah, we were. We survived.
Yeah.
We did.
And you've got each other now as well, which is really special. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us as well. It's been an absolute treat for us, hasn't it, to be here and to enjoy this with you. I know you're going to go off and you've got plenty to catch up on.
We
want to be part of that. It's amazing. It's like watching sort of 2 halves come together, isn't
like you
it?
say, completing that puzzle is
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
Gillian.
for everything you've done.
Thank you for being so brave and honest with us as well.
You're still holding her hand and keeping her up.
Don't let go.
Wonderful.
Probably got no blood left.